Hi, I'm Fred. Stick around to learn how to build this cheap and easy passive mob farm. The first thing you got to do is get up high. I would have got it higher because I've already tried to build this once over there. It wasn't going to work. So once you've got yourself up in the air, build a platform. This will have a little slab roof on it, a couple of doors here so that I don't get attacked if I just want to sit here in AFK. Chest, hopper, fire, and this will be a column all the way up to our spawn platforms. Build your tower 22 blocks up from the fire, and then on top of that we build our spawn platform. This metal section is 9 across. There is water going on here, so it shoves them all down there. We've got walls on the side. We'll close up this side once we are done in here. This is 8 from here because water will flow down, and we use walls here so we have grass all the time that renews itself. You can also use glass blocks, but you know what? Walls are cheaper. To build a mechanism, we're going to need approximately these blocks. I know what some of you are thinking. 34 repeaters is not exactly cheap and easy. Getting that much redstone is easy when you've set up a villager trading system. I live in a village, and so I have tons of villagers that I can trade for emeralds, and I trade with clerics for redstone. That's how I got all of this. I've never even mined redstone on this world yet. We're going to build the same thing at each end. We've got this line of blocks. So this is what we have so far. 3 tiers, I guess, shelves, layers, whatever you want to call it. We're going to do this. We're going to put this here. Break that. So the way this farm is going to work is actually this will be water here. Our sticky pistons will lift up our slime blocks and honey blocks. Lift up this entire section of blocks to let water that's in here flow out, wash them away. We'll have it on a big old redstone repeater clock. And if you can figure out the rest of it from that point, go ahead and stop watching the video. Thanks for joining me to this point. For the rest of you, stick around. We'll actually build this. We'll also put a little bit of a light up here to prevent hostile mobs from spawning, but slabs will also help. In order to prevent hostile mobs and to make sure that our passive mobs can spawn in even at night, we put in a little bit of mood lighting for them. Our next step is to put in our grabby blocks. I call them grabby blocks. You need both varieties in order to get this to work, because otherwise there's too many blocks for it to lift, and these act independent of each other. Then you put in your sticky pistons. So just like that on both sides. If you did not build these across from each other like this, then you did something wrong. The glass is up here. We'll be putting redstone on it. Those things are both transparent by the Minecraft rules, which means that passive mobs can spawn on top. But we don't really care about the gap, and I want to save glass. That's right, 2 blocks of glass is that important to me. Okay, the next step is to remove the block that's, I don't know, to the side you're going to run it from. Short side, so it's less materials. Add glass like this, then do this. Why? Well, we'll see. Why are you always asking these questions? Do that. Now we need to put a mess of repeaters all at 4 ticks. If a repeater's at 2 ticks, usually I'll just throw it down there and hit the thing, but for this much, I put them down first. And we put one here. Redstone to there. Redstone to there. And we put a torch here, which will turn them all on very quickly. You can see that. Then if we flip this, it'll turn off the system. Whoops. Okay, so if you want to build this right, you put this there, you put that there, and for right now, we'll throw the lever on that. But let me get rid of this temporary block. And we do that. And that's how you turn it on and off. Oh, I've got to set those vortex. The reason we want this left on is to hold the water we'll eventually have back there so that this remains grass down here. Alright, now that we've got this set up, let's actually bring a switch from here down all the way to our platform. Which means I'm going to need a lot more torches. We need a torch tower. Okay, I've got my torch tower here. This is the off position. You can just kind of see that the block is pushed back. Turn it on, pushes forward. And now if we climb all the way up there, we should see that the farm is processing back and forth. And all it is these things opening and closing periodically. And they're out of sync, that way both halves should be working opposite of each other. In theory, that should increase your rates because, one side's working while the other one's not. Because mobs can spawn on top of these blocks, we need to light them up. It's time to put water in these things. I highly suggest you turn the farm off before you do so. You don't want to be trying to futz with water while this thing's going moving up and down and doing who knows what. Alright, and that should be it. Let's go all the way back down, turn it on, come back up, make sure it's working. And righty then. You can see it goes around, turns that off, then when it processes through here, this one will turn back on, and it just goes back and forth. And you can see some of the water, the water will turn some of the grass into dirt. That's why we've got the cobblestone walls, or the walls, around the edge. Like I said before, glass will work there. But it'll turn back in. You just saw that one pop back to grass. So let's leave this on, let it run for a while, and see what we get. I really hope I don't have to build in a different location twice, just like I did with the drone farm over there. Completely ignore that thing in the background. That's nothing. Just don't worry about that. What you gotta do, see, is you get up high in the air, you build yourself a platform and make sure that your passive mobs spawn there, and then you build your farm right there. Got it? Okay, let's do that. Alright, I rebuilt this in a spot where it actually works. Sat here for an hour or two. Got some pretty good stuff. And apparently I haven't mob-proofed it as well as I thought I did, because I've got 2 arrows. Oh well. Ooh, look, more chicken. Now, like I said before, the good part about this farm is the food is already cooked, so you don't have to waste those resources. But if for some reason you want raw stuff, I don't know, for trading or whatever, don't use the fireplace. Just drop them down 24 blocks or more. You'll be fine. Not too far, though. They'll despawn if they get too far away from you. Horses can clog this system up, but eventually they'll just go away. Hope you enjoyed this build. I know a lot of you have been looking for it. This is actually a working passive mob farm, unlike the one I did a few months ago, or a year ago, whenever it was. So if you're looking for some passive mob drops, build this in your world. You can see I'm super high up. Do it that way. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to y'all later.